Welcome back, Star Family, to Maria Ella Wolfe channeled messages, Divine Rising. Changing it up this time. This is not normally how it is that I do readings, but this is going to be an audio-only reading. I just don't have the extra energy to do a live stream or just to be on camera in general. But I did want to go over a dream that I had. I meditated on it. I have some channeled messages. I've got my black obsidian here so I can scry. And if you're interested, if you're digging the vibe, and if you want a message for divine feminine, divine masculine energies, there may be a message in it for you, boo-boo. You may want to get comfortable. I don't suggest that you be driving or behind the wheel or operating any heavy machinery during this reading. Okay, this is not one of those pumped up. I'm tired. I'm chilling, okay? All right, y'all. I've already cleansed and set this space, but we're going to go ahead and call in spirit together. God, Source, Universe, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, Council of Light, ascended masters, and all other benevolent beings of light of the third heaven and higher. I ask that you shield us in a holy divine white light of protection. Shield our space, our energy, and this reading from any outside negative energies, entities, and oho. Spirit, I ask that you aid, guide, and support me in channeling the best and highest messages for the collective during this time. So mote to be. Thank you, Spirit. All right, y'all, let's dive into it. So, the collective group of divine feminines that it is that I'm picking up on, there are 5 separate masculines that are in this divine feminine's orbit. 3 of them are close to pursuing or close to taking a bold move towards this divine feminine. Okay, so I'm going to break it down and go over each of these 4 different energies. We're going to go over messages from Spirit, maybe some messages from what these energies would want to say to you, and we may pull a couple cards on it. I'm not sure. So I do have my notes here where I was channeling for the different energies. So that's where it is that we're going to start, okay? Okay, so out of the 3 masculine energies that are orbiting around this one divine feminine, it's just one of them that are her match, her counterpart. And the song that it is that I'm channeling is Cosmic Love by Florence and the Machine. So that may be something that you want to go listen to and see if that resonates with you in any way. But in this modern day cosmic battlefield, if you will, our divine feminine is a walking frequency upgrade. She's magnetic, radiant, a siren of light and shadow. She sings her soul song for only one, her true divine masculine. I'm seeing something like the coin in Pirates of the Caribbean when it drops into the ocean. It calls, That's what this divine feminine is doing. She's calling in her person. She's already let him know, though. I don't chase, baby. I attract. And I'm not waiting for crumbs. We're not doing the bare minimum. I'm waiting for a king. An emperor who can step into the throne next to mine. Someone who is capable of bearing the weight of a divine crown. And yet, while her heart pulses with devotion, she's still impatient because deep down, she knows destiny is tapping him on the shoulder. And he's still trying to silence it with his ego and infatuation. So this is taking us more into the divine masculine's energy. So, masculine energy number 1, we're going to call him the divine counterpart. This one is the chosen king. He feels her frequency. It's like it feels like a drumbeat in his chest. He dreams of her voice, the way her presence melts his walls. But right now, he's in the trenches, fighting his own ego, wrestling with the need to control. He's also haunted by the betrayal of a karmic feminine who ripped his heart wide open in the past. So he's scared, he's terrified, petrified. His fear that if he surrenders to her, he'll lose the false sense of control he's clung to for survival. But really, the truth is he's already lost himself in her. Deep down, he craves the stability, the loyalty, the cosmic softness she carries. He knows she's her. The question is, will he risk everything for the dream he thought he'd buried? Hold on, y'all. Okay. Sorry about that. We may have a few interruptions. But that brings us into Divine Masculine Energy number 2. Okay, so masculine number 2. Let's call him the Egotistical Karmic. All right, this one, he's big mad. This is the karmic ex who thought he had her wrapped around his finger, only to discover he was feeding on her divine essence like a parasite. Without her, his mask is slipping and he's spiraling, coming unhinged, crashing out. But this egotistical karmic masculine, he entertains Jezebel karmic women, but just to numb the void. None of them carry the sacred frequency of the divine feminine. And he knows it. And all the karmic Jezebels know it. He's enraged, obsessed. Maybe we can go as far as desperate. He'll do anything to stop her union with her divine masculine. Lies, manipulation, fake apologies, lavish gifts wrapped in deception. He doesn't want her to come into union with this divine masculine. And one of his biggest fears, too, is that this divine masculine is everything that the egotistical karmic is not. 555 on the timer when I saw that. And that's another thing when it comes to like this egotistical karmic masculine. He doesn't really want her. He doesn't even really see her. You know, not like the way that the divine masculine does. He wants her power. You know, he wants to harness in on her divine light. Okay, so let's talk about the energy of masculine number 3. Look, I'm starting to lose my voice, y'all. Sorry. Okay, so let's call this one the Shadow Stalker. This masculine, he lurks behind the scenes. He's hidden, but always watching. This one is dangerous. His energy is heavy with obsession, lust, and to top it all off, delusion. This masculine, he's convinced she secretly belongs to him. power is his for the taking. In his fantasies, he controls her, consumes her, bends her to his will. He stalks her every move. Lurking in the shadows like a predatory thief waiting to pounce. He's karmic temptation embodied, all lust, no love, a warning from the universe in human form. I feel like karmic number 3 does not want me shedding light that they are in the shadows the way that they are. So anyway, proceeding forward, despite the shenanigans, so this divine feminine and divine not divine masculine, the karmic shadow stalker, karmic 3, they know each other somehow, some way. Now, I'm not sure if that's like in the physical realm they've crossed paths, or if this is like more possibly online. So I guess it just depends on the situation. Now we're going to since we got pretty much the gist of who it is that we're picking up on, let's talk about this divine feminine. You'll hear my chair squeaking. Okay, so this divine feminine she's saying too much has happened. She's been through a lot. There's been a lot of fighting, a lot of yelling, a lot of abuse, whether that's just verbally or actual physical. It's just very hostile energy here. And she's really coming through and saying it's just way too much has happened here. Like somebody's really done the most. She's also saying she's done being drained, especially now that she's been enlightened on the entire situation. Like her soul's come back online in a way that maybe it was like hijacked before. But she's like in an energy where she's just really taken a stance on not allowing, whether it's just the situation or just anything in general, that she's not allowing it to drain her anymore. This divine feminine has really been through it. She's also hardened in a way that maybe she didn't. Oh my goodness, you hear the growling from the cat. It's like a feral cat. You have to be careful, or a feral animal. But there's part of her that's just, it's just been hardened in a way that maybe she never think maybe was capable. Maybe even with the specific situation or... But it's almost like she's looking at her past. And this isn't even just with like one specific person. I mean, it is, but it's really in general with everyone who's really hurt her and betrayed her. That it's like she's not guilty for ascending, for rising, because she's in her right. She knows that. And she's like, just like looking back on the past and just saying, you broke me first. I got to go. I have to leave. I know what I want. That's what it is that I'm moving toward. And I know what it is I'm no longer willing to tolerate. There's a lot of mystery to this divine feminine. There's more than meets the eye with her. She definitely doesn't look like all the things that it is that she's been through. And she's saying, I haven't told you everything. So she carries the deepest of secrets, many, many deep, dark secrets, whether her own or from others. Yet despite it all, she's lifting herself up with as much dignity and grace that she can come up with, and she's putting one foot in front of the other. She's coming through and saying, I'm ready to try again. This isn't going to kill me. I'm going to stand tall, chin up, back straight, and I'm going to keep on moving. There's a lot that this feminine has moved on from. There's a lot that she's let go of, There's a lot of people. She's really given me like a lone wolf type of energy. Or she just has a very, very tight, small circle. And she's still healing from a broken heart. Seems like she's spent a lifetime trying to heal from a broken heart, maybe lifetimes. All right, so Spirit is saying about this divine feminine, she's a priestess of light. Her light shines for others. There's a message here of like the world is your oyster. And this divine feminine is, it's like once she realizes it or learns how to captivate it and harness it, she's a powerful manifester, like the world is her oyster, the light. She has a light that shines for others. And she's really trying to shine this light for this divine masculine who plays a very important role. Of course, y'all have to remember, there's free will and choice, But yeah, there's a lot about her calling in her masculine. And she's really trying to gain perspective. Maybe on how to understand this divine masculine and to just be stoic and sit steady and be patient as she waits for his ego to soften, where he's not controlled by his ego. And she's really awakening, or even really more like a remembering to this connection. This feels like a very, very deep, like past life soul connection in some sort of way, maybe many ways. I guess it would depend. But there's like a call to a higher consciousness here. So there's a lot going on in the 5D that hasn't been experienced quite yet in the 3D. But the 5D knows. Like this pair, this connection, there's a lot going on in the astral realm or the dream state. You know, they visit each other in their dreams. So there could even be some sort of like distance between the two. Okay, so that would be different depending on the situation, of course. So, I mean, that could be oceans between them. That could be, across the street. It just, it just depends on the situation. Yeah, but this divine feminine, she's of some sort of status or has some sort of status. She's definitely standing in her own sovereignty. And I feel like because of what she's been through and the energy that it is that she's showing up as, at least in the current energy, of course, time is fluid. This may not have happened yet, but she gets a reputation for her to be arrogant or to be self-absorbed. Like she has an air of superiority over herself, but it's really more like she understands her value. And she's developed, mastering boundaries. We've got Starseed here. So old soul with deep spiritual wisdom, here to evolve spiritually, an important mission in life. So yeah, she's definitely on some sort of starseed mission here. So she has some sort of she's spiritually high ranking or has some sort of spiritual authority. We have risky choices. One will heal the other is toxic. A toxic choice between good and evil. Danger, risk, warning. So yeah, she knows, she can feel these masculines in her energy. So the divine feminine, the divine masculine, they are aware of each other. They have met, so they have at least crossed paths, at least in this collective, in this reading. And she's aware of the other ones. She's aware of the other two. We have courage, mental, moral strength to venture. So yeah, she's kind of showing up as like strength in tarot. Not necessarily this is an oracle deck. It's an Egyptian oracle deck. Maybe that resonates with somebody, but there's a lot that it is that she's persevered through. A lot of adversity. And we have ready to do something. She's ready to, says now is your time. She's ready to seize the moment, if you will. I just heard seize the moment. But she's containing care, controlling one's feelings, restraining oneself, repressed emotions. Yeah, she is. There's a lot that she internalizes. There's a lot of repressed emotions. And just staring at this picture here, there's a lot about her she holds back from, or holds herself back, or doesn't express. Especially how happy this masculine makes her, this divine masculine. How excited that she is. But she's also focused on herself at this time too. We have in your power here. She's really standing in her power and living from an empowered place. And she's really investing into herself and cultivating her own inner strength. And there's a lot about calling her power back and cutting cords with what no longer serves her. And, she's not someone that you want to cross. She's not someone who should be underestimated. We have direction here. Being on the right path, finding direction in life in your own North Star. So she's getting confirmations that she's on the right path, headed in the right direction. And she's standing in her North Node or operating from her North Node, So she's definitely being backed by spirit, by her guides. We have the dignity card here. So, oh yeah, that's how I started this too. You know, she's really embracing or really mustering up as much dignity and grace as she can, and standing in her truth. You know, she's very raw during this time, and she loves herself first. She's not compromising on that, on her self-worth and how she loves herself. So she's not in an energy where she's going to be chasing anyone. You know, this divine masculine is going to have to pursue her and take action. You know, it doesn't have to be in a immature, you know, lose yourself type of way. But, you know, he's definitely going to have to make it known and stand his ground and go get what it is that he wants, you know, as a king would. We have victorious here, beating your competition and enemy. So she's standing victorious. Okay, so I just heard something like undefeated. Okay, so this divine feminine is coming through as undefeated, you know, as defeated as she may feel. You know, she's overcome every obstacle that's been thrown at her, you know. She's coming into a lot of success and power, and she's also aware of that, as she's very defensive and careful, very cautious over who she allows into her energy. We've got knowledge. All right, so she's got the sacred gift of sight, gift of knowledge to inform others. She may be studying, learning, or knows, but there's this ancient wisdom that it is that she carries within her. Let's see, we've got how many? There's 3 left. Union, doing something with someone. Okay, so coming together, collaborating, coming into union. After she's walked away from a past, you know, leaving the past behind is what it says. You know, learning to let go. She's withdrawing from people, places, and things that no longer serve her in her divine right. And then we have, oh, it even came out like that. Movement. Advance into the next level. So she's going through a glow up, level up period during this time, and that's how she's coming through in the present energy. She's, overcome very many challenges. This even says here, go forward despite challenges. She's got the green light go. She's protected as she is seeing progress, as she continues to progress into this next phase. And let's see, we have breakthrough here. Breakthrough, escaping from what controlled you. So she's no longer bound, especially to this egotistical karmic masculine X energy that we have. You know, we did the card after that was Snake Charmer. So it literally is like escaping from what controlled you, turn to a situation to your advantage, 2 steps ahead of your enemy. So interesting. She, the way that she moved by listening to spirit really worked in her favor. And this divine feminine is just being supported heavily. She's got a lot of good karma or dharma, you know. So she's getting a lot of karmic justice, or she's walking into a lot of success, which is her karmic justice. All right, so something about the way that this divine masculine likes or sees in her. How does she show up? Okay. I've got free-spirited. So, although it's scary, he's hesitant. He really admires that she's a free spirit, or that there's something that's untamed within her. We've got sweetheart. I feel like this divine masculine really likes the innocence, or how it's perceived here in this divine feminine. But we've got the sweetheart card here, so he sees her as, or he views her as just adorable. He adores her. It's so sweet. He wants her to be sweet to him. We've got siren here. It's a very alluring, mesmerizing. Rebellious. We've got the rebel, the shapeshifter. Okay. very rebellious. So he may be a little sketchy on that, about her rebellion or the way that she may feel like she needs to rebel at times. But there's also something that he really likes about that too. Shapeshifters here. Okay, this masculine really admires that this feminine has a lot of skills. You know, like I said earlier, this divine feminine, there's way more to her than meets the eye, that you wouldn't necessarily know just by looking at her, just, you know, just being surface level with her. All right, we've got the forbidden. Okay, so there's something controversial about this masculine and feminine, or that's how it's presented, or maybe even viewed at from the outside. It says forbidden or taboo, or he likes that at the same time. So it kind of seems like some of the challenges, some of the things it is that this masculine is like fearful of or stressed out about, or it's also what it is that he wants, you know. So it's kind of funny in that way. Not that I'm laughing at the divine masculine, it's just kind of cute, it's kind of silly, it's just kind of like you know. We've got grandfather here. Okay, so this divine masculine really admires this feminine's sense of family ties, or it really has a lot of like family values. You know, I feel like maybe that's something that they have shared interest or shared common, and that's something that he admires. And something about maybe her lineage nurtures here. He sees her as very nurturing and healing. Maybe in like a very like a motherly type of way. He really admires that in her. Royal. We've got the royal, the confident, the lady here. Okay. The royal. So this masculine sees this feminine as his queen, his counterpart, or there's something very regal about her, the way that she carries herself or the way that she values herself. He sees her as very confident. He loves her confidence. Yeah, he really, really likes this feminine's confidence. And he definitely sees her as a lady, or he sees her efforts to present herself as a lady. At least, you know, at least out in the streets. Mystic. So yeah, there's something very mystical about this divine feminine. And she's very mysterious, which seems to keep his interest piqued. You know, it's like keeps him curious. He likes that. I feel like this masculine feels like there's just, he couldn't get bored with this divine feminine. Okay, so we're going to look at the divine masculine's energy. No, my cats are growling at each other. See, there's competition. There's threats around this union. So the cats are going nuts. Got one that's over here like guarding the water bowl. Got another one guarding the dang food bowl. Just third one over here trying to start some crap. Like there's okay. This masculine, divine masculine is, oh goodness, he says, I'm not doing well without you. He misses her. He wants to be around her, but he's also restraining himself. He holds back a lot too. Okay. I'm jealous of all the attention you get. Okay, so I don't feel like he's jealous of this divine feminine, it feels more like he can get jealous. Maybe that's why he's holding part of himself back, or he keeps himself at a distance. Maybe he's working on his ego. But he's aware of how much attention this divine feminine gets. Maybe he's even aware of like all these masculines that are in orbit around her are coming towards her, you know, and that could be, maybe that's intimidating him a little bit, especially since, you know, this divine masculine has a very rigid past. You know, there's a lot of hurt and pain there. He says, I held back from this connection. So yeah, he is. He's holding a lot back. He hasn't even skimmed the surface yet of expressing the way that this feminine makes him feel, and how his heart has been cracked open, but he's reluctant to go there with her, you know. Okay. We can't tell anybody about us. Ooh. This got spicy. Okay, so there's something here where this is on the DL. Or something about it's being hush-hush, something about it's being protected, or you're my person. This divine masculine knows. He knows it's her. I want to protect you. Okay, yeah, this divine masculine don't play. Just from this energy, right? You know, this here is jealous, not doing well without you. I want to protect you. You're my person. Like, that could be, I feel like that maybe like this masculine knows how they get. You know, they can get very obsessive, very territorial. I feel like if this masculine's going to allow themselves to go there with her and do the work to allow her to be her own person, you know. Yeah, see. He's a savage now. He knows he can be a savage. I hear his cat's growling. I didn't mean to fall in love with you. So this was very unexpected. This divine feminine and divine masculine crossing paths. The way that it's happened, the way that the cookie crumbles. Yeah, he says, I didn't mean to fall in love with you. But it was love at first sight. He couldn't help himself. It's destiny, it's fated. It's nothing he can do about it, you know. He says, I can't wait to see you. Yeah, he can't wait. He can't wait to see her again, or be around her, or talk to her. We have great chemistry. So there's a magnetic pull between the two of these. You know, there's a lot of attraction. There's a lot of chemistry. There's a lot of meeting of the minds. You know, I get lost in your eyes. He likes looking in her eyes, or something about the eyes. I'm obsessed with you. I am obsessed. This masculine, they like go to pick up their phone to send a text, and then they stop themselves. Oh my goodness, there's something that's just 111 is 111. 143. 143. It's 43% battery. Anyway. It's almost painful for this masculine. Like, he wants to so bad, but he holds himself back because of this past. It's because of the past. But he says, you make me so happy. She makes him so happy. The person on this card is cheesing so hard. Like, I'm hearing that song, I'm on top of the world, eh? I'm on top of the world, eh? He says, I'm falling for you. Yeah, he's terrified. He's already fallen. Maybe not all the way, but it started already. I know. I think he's a goner. I think this is a goner. A goner. He says, I want to run away with you. So this masculine does. He wants to spend time, like one-on-one, alone time with this feminine. He says, I'm thinking about you. He spends a lot of time thinking about her. Did you put a spell on me? Yeah, he's kind of worried about how obsessive he is, because he's like, that happened so fast, or there's something different about it, or maybe he wishes maybe that's all it was. But he may think that maybe she put a spell on him, which means this is incredibly intense. He says, I'm coming home. Or so yeah, there's like a calling home. Okay. Let's see if we can't get any more specifics about who this masculine is. All right, we got the neighbor. This person's very kind-hearted, or they're just like a good person, or that's how it is they're coming through. They're a good person. We have sabotager. They may sabotage themselves sometimes. Okay, kind of like their ego in this reading. They could self-doubt, or something about it they may feel like it's corny. You know? So they may be trying to like get over it, like cringe, possibly. But there's something about, just letting the ego fall away and just being able to express themselves and just going with it, whether it's corny or not. We have the sensualist here. Okay, this person could be very sensual. The way they express themselves. Okay, they may really like touch, like physical touch. And we have the assassin here. Okay, so this person that has some sort of spiritual ranking about them. Okay, they could be a spiritual assassin. Okay. We have the honorable here. Yes, the very honorable, the heavy on that spiritual ranking here. Okay, we have the emperor showing up. So yeah, definitely divine masculine. But this divine masculine may be a romancer. Okay, they could be a smooth talker. They can say all the things. They kind of showing up, maybe possible player. Maybe they just show up as a player. Maybe they're not actually a player. But there may be like red flags for this divine feminine may be picking up on when it comes to this divine masculine. We have the perfectionist, okay. So this masculine can overthink things at times. Maybe he feels like things should have to be perfect, or I feel like that's something that he admires in this divine feminine's energy, though, is that we can go with the flow. It's more like she's so much more free-spirited, so there's not that level, or have to be so caught up in the level of perfectionism. Dreamer. This divine masculine spends a lot of time daydreaming. Maybe about her, or possibilities, or it's really spending a lot of time thinking about it. We've got the loner here. This masculine may be a loner. You guys see, they kind of get some player vibes over here. We have the hacker. Hacker. Interesting. This divine masculine's more intelligent than they let on. There's a mystery to this divine masculine here. We got the sophisticates. They show up as very sophisticated, or they can take very good care of themselves. Outlaw. Yeah, there's something taboo about this masculine. Outlaw, hacker. There's some like undercover vibes going on here, so I'm not sure exactly what that is. Outlaw. Something rebellious about this masculine too. All right, we've got the soldier. Okay, so it's coming out as warrior, spiritual warrior. Okay, we've got grandmother coming out, and provider. Okay. Something about this person's grandmother is here. So I don't know, maybe this person wants you to meet their grandmother. Or maybe you remind them of their grandmother. Or this divine feminine does, possibly. And this masculine is showing up as a provider, you know, as an emperor or a divine masculine should. It doesn't mean that they're rich. Okay, it's not always about money and monetary gain, but I mean, they have goals. You know, they care. They're driven. You know, this ain't no scrub. Okay. All right. We're going to see what any of these energies would want to say to you. Some of them may be karmic. Some of them may be from the divine. Some of them may be you. Some of them just may be your ass. Want to say something to your person that it seems like maybe you're not talking to, or you can't quite express yourself yet. Or Spirit, best and highest messages. All right. Third party was just a placeholder. They annoy the shit out of me. Baby, come back. So yeah, here's that egotistical karmic ex wanting the divine feminine back. Okay, we have, it's hard for me to be away from your sexy ass. So I feel like that's everybody. I think that's all the masculines. But can I trust you though? So yeah, that could be the divine feminine saying that to the masculine, or the masculine saying that to the feminine. But say, can I trust you? Can I really trust you? Can I give you full disclosure? Is this real? You know, kind of like Kip and Beth in Yellowstone. All right, it was a huge mistake to underestimate you. Yeah, there's a karmic synergy. It's a huge mistake to underestimate you. New mommy poppy, got past people, unhinged, crashing out. Yeah, see this. There's something about the egotistical karmic. Like, they can feel the divine masculine in the divine feminine's energy, or that they're coming together. Something was put in the sketty sauce. So yeah, there could be some sort of like manipulation. Definitely physical things happening to like prevent things or to cause delays. You're my dream come true, and baby, I'm gonna make yours come true too. So there's like someone's dream come true. Baby, you're mine, and ain't nothing coming between us. I don't play about my king or queen. So, yeah, I feel like that's a divine masculine gets very protective. Third party trying to be you. Okay, karmic crap. You're so innocent, and it drives me crazy. Yeah, we said that. It's divine feminine, like she, either the energy that she gives off about her, like maybe she's naive, maybe she's gullible. Something about her innocence that this divine masculine's so drawn to it. I want to protect you also came out too. Okay, I'm mesmerized by your eyes. It's a lot about the eyes of this divine feminine, or maybe the divine feminine really sees in the divine masculine's eyes, you know, just the depths of their soul, you know, just more than surface level, what it is that they portray to the rest of the world, you know, more than skin deep. I love to learn about you, but your past, I feel that shit hit deep. So there's a lot of pain that it is that's seen in between. Yeah, I was just talking about that. There's like a recognition there of like the pain that one another's been through. Oh, that's some heavy deep. I got heavy. I have a love-hate relationship with all the attention you get. A lot of attention this divine feminine gets. Ain't no sneaky links. So there ain't no sneaky links here now. Okay, I told you what I told you, and I meant it. I said it. I said what I said, and I meant what I meant. I pray for you all the time. Oh, someone prays for the other one, or they could pray for each other. Okay. And a little bit of everything all rolled into one. So there's a lot of jack of all trades, master of none energy going on here. There's something about dream boy, dream girl stuff going on. You dream couple. All right, let's see what Spirit has to say. All right, overall love messages for this connection, Spirit. 1, 2, 3 on the clock. What is it, baby? See, it's like someone's calling in a soulmate. All right, we've got healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So there's some sort of childhood healing. Okay, there's the ego. Okay, overcoming that, right? We love our parents. We can forgive them for the way they messed up, or maybe the ways it's been hard for us to not recognize that and give ourselves grace and give them grace, right? Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Here's that karmic energy coming in. All right, calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So manifesting each other, forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. Children. Your love life is being affected by children. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. New love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Express your love. Go ahead and make a romantic gesture. Past life relationship. What'd I tell you? What did I tell you? It is. There's been a soul recognition. It's a past life relationship. You've known each other before. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Romantic feelings. Goodness gracious. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. You deserve love. You are lovable. That's so true. You're so lovable. I don't know who needed to hear that, okay? Remember, no one told you lately. You are so lovable. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. That's what makes it so scary. You know what I mean? Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Let go of them exes. Trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Shit, this one's worth waiting for. This love, this union, this connection. Do it right. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Soulmate. Oh, yes, this is your soulmate. Confirmation. I don't know who needed to hear that. Passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Flirt. Extend your lightheartedness. Extend your lightheartedness. Not heartedness. Extend your lightheartedness. light-hearted energy to others. I can't say it. I'll try one more time. Extend your light-hearted energy to others. There we go. And last but not least, it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Okay. So that wraps up this energy reading. A lot going on here. So y'all let me know how it resonates with you. Let me know in the comments. Email me if you're scared, you're shy, at Maria Ella Wolfe or mariaellawolfe@gmail.com. Same handle as here. And if y'all enjoy the voiceovers, y'all let me know. If y'all like more of like readings being told in like a story form, or like the perspective of all the different energies that show up, y'all please let me know so I can, do readings in this sort of format, this style, But there's a lot of like that's put together here too, started off with a dream and then meditating on that. I've been scrying here, pulling cards, really trying to use intuitive abilities, right? So it also takes a lot of energy too, but even being tired, I've wanted to dive into this energy. I was nosy and curious myself. I wanted the tea too, y'all, so y'all let me know though. Yeah, thank you for all your time, love, energy, and support. Be sure to like, share it with somebody who you think would enjoy it. Comment, engage. Be sure to subscribe. Hit that little gray notification bell so I can see you again, boo-boo, and you know when I make another post here on this platform, all right? I love you, I love you, I love you, star seeds. Y'all keep doing the work. Just don't sabotage. If you feel like this is your story, if this resonates with you, don't sabotage it, okay? It's going to be all right. Even Spirit says, open your heart, right? So, I'm going to say it too. Past people, of course, are going to try to drag you down. That's the name of the game. So, keep your head up. Keep shining that light bright. And if your light ain't irritating nobody's demons, you ain't doing it right. Turn up the heat.